Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of On the Bench, where we get to paint miniatures together, paint or assemble. Actually, I've done a bit of assembling already, but I'm letting certain super glues dry. What I'm going to be working on today is my Toxicrene. Okay, but it's going to be a bit boring, I'm afraid. I'm just doing the spiky bits on the end of the tendrils, so that's going to take some time. I feel that will probably take a lot of time, so but it's got to be done if I want it to look better for my own personal gratification. So that's what we're going to be doing. Well, if I do run out, I've got other stuff I can work on as well. So grab yourselves a brush, grab yourselves a miniature, and let's rid our shelves of unpainted miniatures. So here we are. I'm going to be using bony spikes from my Zombicide paint set. Just for the ends, I'm going to be using my wet palette. I have to put a new sheet on because the other one was a bit, well, colourful, shall we say. Oh, I'm just going to put a blob of this on here. That way. I keep coming back to it. Now, debating about what brush to use for this, and I'm going to... No, definitely not that one. We'll just go with a box standard old GW detail brush, I hasten to add. Okay. I'm just going to do a bit of a tester here. Best to choose one end. And let's see. Yeah, that's looking alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, funny weather. Is it summer or isn't it? Hey guys, is it actually summer? It's supposed to be, but you'd never know it. Well, sometimes you would and sometimes you wouldn't. It just changes like the weather, man. Really changes. No, this bony spikes. A bit more, I don't know, colourful than the Shabty Bone. The Shabty Bone has its definitely has its place. Hope you can hear me alright, guys. I'm not overly close to the microphone. So I'm just gonna, this is like a test tendril, if you will. Test tendril. So my models that are drying, the super glue, which I said about earlier, they're my acolytes for my spawning vessel for hordes, my Legion of Everblight. Legion of Everblight, say it right, Pete. For my Legion of Everblight faction. So I'm figuring I need to be able to respawn dead units like my shredders. And I'm thinking I need to get some stingers too. There we are. I mean, I'm sure I will lose the next game, even if I play the same opponent. I'm sure I will lose. But I am hoping that it won't be quite such a landslide victory for him. He'll win, but maybe he won't win as easily as before. And this is what I'm hoping for. Right, okay, so that's one done. That looks alright. I mean, you wouldn't notice on camera, but I notice it here, and that's where it matters, right, guys? So yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying hordes and all it entails. Oh, I love all the tactical decision making you have to make before before a battle. It's like a game of chess before the game. That's just my dog barking. Can't be the postman, he's already been. That said, sometimes they come back again, don't they? You notice that? They've forgotten something or they left something on the van. That's happened to me before. These spikes. They really are spiky bits. What's it called? Bony spikes, the colour is called. I don't imagine I'll need to go back to the bottle again. So yeah, it's not very exciting to watch me paint this one. Then these videos aren't designed for being painting tutorials. Just paint along videos, you know? With that in mind, I need to just quickly see what time it is. Right. That's because talking funny because I had the brush in my mouth, so there we are. There we go. Yeah, I hope you're doing a paint along and get rid of all these miniatures that are unpainted. I mean, I love seeing the shelves turn from grey plastic or whatever colour you happen to have for whatever miniature to painted, or even boxes unboxed, assembled, primed, whatever stage you're at, you know, really. Get some awkward and interesting angles with this. These tendrils are very, well, they're designed to grab victims in, I would imagine. One would think that is their purpose. So yeah. So this week I'm hoping to cycle into town. Hoping. Doesn't mean I will. Weather permitting. It's all weather permitting, you know. But then I got a lot on this week. It might not be till the week after, actually. I've got builders coming around Wednesday. Got errands to run tomorrow. Oh no, I'm gaming tomorrow. Talk about that later. So I would have errands to run tomorrow, but I'm not. I'm gaming instead, which is good. Always good. That's always good to game. But yeah, I've got to get the bike out, pump up the tyres, oil him up, chains and everything, make sure everything's all working. And it's kind of like my annual cycle into town. I could video it. That would be kind of interesting. Good if I had one of those helmet cams. That'd be interesting. I like the ones they do downhills. Particularly like those. But yeah. So yes, my summer, and hopefully because have something I want to get in particular that's not too large that I can carry in my backpack on the way home. Like a little treat for cycling in, pushing myself, because there's a lot of hills in Plymouth. Anyone who lives in Plymouth can testify to that, or whether they're walking or cycling. The hills are a killer, you know. I'm going to pick one tendril at a time here. Well, I'm glad to see Martin's Kickstarter, Martin McNeil's Kickstarter was a success. So congratulations to you, Martin, if you're watching this. It was great. I was quite tense. That was, I mean, it was nail biting stuff. It was right till the end, you know. And I was thinking, oh, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. But he did. With £50 over as well. That's marvellous. Well done. So looking forward to the Wargame store, the online store particularly for me, because you know, I live so far away, and I can have a look at that, and I'll review it, of course. So that's going to be good. I'm just so glad, you know, he got it off the ground, and it's, you know, it's lovely to see, you know, someone's vision come to fruition like that. I think it's great. I mean, the community always needs more Wargame stores and more variety of service. This isn't as easy as it looks. I think I've been really lucky with the old GW brushes because I haven't really had to fight the brush like you do with some cheap brushes. That's, you know, what really makes the difference between the dearer ones and the cheaper ones. So these spikes are looking really good here. So that's inspiring me to crack ahead with my plans on mini Warzone. You know, get the building built. Once I get all the quotes in and the stages broken down, I won't do it by Kickstarter, but I will definitely be setting up an Indiegogo campaign for that. You know, I hope I can get some sort of success too. I'll do the flexible options, so in case I don't meet the target, because I like to, this is the way I am. I like to play it safe. Things in matters of finance, I like to play it safe. Get something rather than nothing. That's the way I view it. Better to get something rather than nothing. That's the thing with Kickstarter. If you don't make the target, you don't get a penny of it. And that's kind of scary stuff, you know. So I mean, I've got a plan. I mean, I'm not the best video maker in the world by any means, but I'll do my best. I always do my best, and I want to get better. It's the whole point of the project, you know. And but I want to do a good intro video to introduce my Indiegogo campaign. So I think that will have a huge impact on it overall. Tendrils, tendrils, tendrils. Oh, I'm on the outside one now. Slightly bigger. Right, so I had people ask me a couple of weeks ago what's happened to the Zombicide battle reports. So I put one up. Probably wasn't the most exciting one, but it was something. Custom mission though, so proud of that. I might try one of the ones from the book next time. Slowly introducing the toxic rules. I had the dogs as well. Well, in that particular one, I used one dog companion, Martin's. We played a game of Zombicide last night, the family and friend, and the dogs played a huge part in it. If it wasn't, in fact, if it wasn't for the dogs, well, one of the dogs in particular, we would not have succeeded. So The way I look at it, the way I see it, if we didn't have the dog, there's no way we could have won. And it was a rescue mission objective, so I had to get the objective, rescue the person, bring them out of there. Actually, it was a mother and children rescue mission, but it was the mother. I thought, oh no, we're not going to get her, but thanks to the dog, we did. We came, we saw, we kicked ass. But it would have been a different story if we didn't have that dog with us. Because they got the slippery skill, you see. They can slip past zombies with no penalty. Which is very handy when it's an objective based game like that. As opposed to just a survival game. And yeah, there's just, you know, if it's an objective game, you've got to get objective, then, you know, the dogs rule, really. So if you can, start with a dog, but if not, you just got to keep your fingers crossed and hope you find one. One of my characters, actually, he had a dog. Actually, he found 2 dogs, so he ended up commanding 2 dogs. Unfortunately, he died, the dogs got out. I made sure of that. Funny how you care for the miniatures when you're playing these games. Thinking, oh no, poor Ned, he's dead. Ned is dead. It rhymes. Yeah, he died. He actually became a zombivore, but so technically he's still there, but to me that's a failure. On the other side now, looks like I might finish the Toxicrene after all. Yes. In instances like this, when you do a paint job such as this, a wet palette is essential, I think. Yeah. Right. Some of these tips are a bit tricky. Got our pool up yesterday. Actually, it's not full with water yet, it's about half full. But somewhere now, we just treated what we got with chlorine first. Filter on and cover on at the moment. That's going to be good when I do cycle into town. It's a hot day. I'm sweating my cogs off. I'll just come home, jump straight in that pool. Oh, heaven. I've done that before. So nice to be able to do that. Yeah, it really is. Kind of outside tendril here. Toxicrene. I love the look of the model. It's a great model. I don't care about stats in games. No matter what the game is. Well, some games I do care. Hordes I'm beginning to care about stats, although I'm still going for looks over effectiveness. And in 40k, because I think it's such an unbalanced game anyway, it doesn't matter, just go for what looks good, and you know, field a load of cultists if you want. If you think it looks good, do that. I think it looks good. I'm going to pop that there to one side a sec. Grab myself a cup of tea, well, a sip of my tea before it goes totally cold. So about that, I'm back again now. Just answering a text message there and cleaning my brush out a bit. sort of lost my place now. What am I doing? Okay. On here. Right. Yes, back in the game now. Also excited about War Machine, because as you know I want to be checking that out as well. And tomorrow I've got a game of War Machine. Game of War Machine with my friend Ralph. I'm just going to be checking that out. I don't have a War Machine army, so I'll be borrowing one of his. Just really so I can see how it compares with Hordes as well. I heard it's very similar, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm quite excited about that, because War Machine is a game I want to get into as well, because of the low model count that games typically have. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Bolt action, I know I haven't been doing a lot of lately, and I do intend to rectify that because it's a great game. I love the game mechanics. Just for some reason I haven't gone around to it. You know, I can only enjoy something, so many things at one time, really, I suppose, what I'm saying. I can't enjoy bolt action at the moment because I'm not doing it so much, but I do enjoy it when I do it. And I will be getting back to it. I'm looking forward to having a permanent gaming table set up where I can start running campaigns and things. I want to do the invasion of Normandy. So want to do that. I want to do what if scenarios as well. Recreate battles. See if they play out in game terms as they did in history, and then also try and change it as well. See if we can change the fictional change to history. The fictional change. I think it'll be really, really cool. Coming on with this. Toxicrene. Really enjoyed doing this model. Some models you find they're really enjoyable to paint, or they're really enjoyable to assemble, but not both at the same time. But this one's been both. It's one of those. I've enjoyed assembling it, I've enjoyed painting it. My hordes are a bit like that. Up to now anyway. The Carnivian, and that was very enjoyable to build. Really enjoyed that. I just like the look of the models. Some people don't like the look of privately pressed models. I think they're amazing. Some people say, oh, they're not as good as GW. Well, yeah, maybe not. They're different. That's largely it. Yeah, they're different. Nearly done on this. It's not pretty awesome. What I think is awesome. Yeah. So the new Space Marine Codex is out now. Space Marines before Dark Angels. Yeah, I will be getting it, but I won't be rushing to get it. Just financial, really. Other things I want to get first. You can't do it all unless you're a company like Mini Wargaming doing it for a living, and you kind of can do it all. That would be a dream. That would be my ultimate dream, to be end up something like that, running a business like they do. Now, I don't think you can do that on YouTube per se. You'd have to set up your own website like they have, I think. So I'm gonna review their website soon, I think. So I did a really kind of hasty YouTube channel of the week with theirs, so I'll do their actual website, which is a lot more involved. Not that they need the exposure. They're the biggest ones in the game. The biggest name in the game. But I just want to do it, really, so I say I've done it. I feel good about it, you know. But yeah, all these codexes. I want to get the other Deptus Mechanicus, Cult Mechanicus codex, because I want to do a Mechanicus army or faction. Why? Because of the models. Because they look cool. Again, I don't care how their stats stand up. They look awesome. And if something looks cool, it's good enough for me usually. Yeah. Been having interesting discussions with friends of mine on Facebook regarding The Hobbit, actually. I'm saying how he doesn't like it in his typical manner. He's always been like that, though. Bit of a troll, really. He likes to get reactions out of people, and sometimes I bite. On this occasion I did. He's my best friend though, so bless him. He can be a miserable bugger at times when it comes to films. What annoys me, he doesn't annoy me, but what annoys me are the sycophants that suck up to him and agree with his every word because they think it's clever. It isn't. So sometimes that's why I respond first before they do. It's almost like no one's willing to disagree with him. Well, I did. I thought it was a good film, good movie. I know it's not the book. You gotta remember, it's based on the book. This is what I was saying to him. It's based on the book. It's not a representation of the book. It's merely based on the book. And that's what you gotta bear in mind. Yes, I know it's different. I love the book. So you know, it would be a boring world if we all agreed on everything, wouldn't it? Look at that, my Toxicrene. I know you can't really see it, I don't think, but the bony spikes on the edge of these tendrils here, they're all done. They look good, they look amazing. So I'm going to pop him over there to dry. Just going to wash my brush out. Pop the lid back on. Here. that's my wet palette. So I can come back to that a long time in the future, and that'll still be nice and wet. I know exactly what I'm going to do now. Well, before I do anything, just going to some Master's brush cleaner on here. Achieve a nice fine point again on my Citadel detail brush. But now, what I want to do is my Chromac model. Now I've already done the kind of robes at the back. I've done them. First layer, Lauren Forest, so I'm going to probably do another layer. I'm going to switch to my Pro Art brush for this. I'm doing a layer of... Did I do a layer of wash on that? Actually, it might warrant a wash before I go on to the next paint layer, which is what I think I'm going to do. Now, I can never remember. Koala green shade or Baltan green. Koala green shade is darker, so I'm going to go with that one. Just a little bit of wash shade in the crevices here before we move on to the next level. This brush. Went to Kingsbridge the other day. Moving on topic. Yeah, I went to Kingsbridge. Had a good time. Burger and chips, ice cream, massive ice cream. Walked up and down the river with my wife. It was great. Really good day. I so enjoyed it. Because my daughter was out for the day with her boyfriend and his family, and this was a bit of time for us, you know, and it was really, really nice. It's been real, that's what I call quality time. It's just the two of you talking. Not that I resent you know, any time that my daughter's there or anyone else for that matter, but I'm just saying I do enjoy the quality time. You know, good conversation, a pot of tea as well. It's really nice. It's just really nice in general. Very nice. But I think I caught the sun a little bit. Not a heat stroke, but close to it. And that kind of wiped me out for a bit, which was annoying. But, you know, I'm unable to do much about that. I suppose I should be a bit more sensible about going in the sun now. I didn't realise it was going to be that sunny. Let's pop that brush down there. And onto the big one now. This is him in his like kind of monster form, which is kind of cool. I'll be a bit more careful with this because the robes are larger. Well, you can see more of them. It's a clever model, this. It's the same figure. Obviously he gets bigger, but the other things don't, like his weapons and so on. He's a bit like the Hulk. So although this is a wash shade I'm putting on here, I'm kind of trying to be careful with it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I thought about Kingsbridge. It's nice watching boats go up and down and ducks on the water and all that kind of thing. You know, I got to thinking, you know, you don't have to spend a huge amount of money to have a good day out somewhere. It's just nice. Something scenic. But I'm on the lookout for other things and places to do. Places to go. things to see. Yeah. Oh, really enjoyed mini wargaming sit and talk this week. Last week, Friday. Matthew did it in London. He was in England at Dark Sphere Gaming, or Dark Sphere Studios, or whatever it's called. Dark Sphere, anyway, in London. He did a live sit and talk. Well, a live recording. It wasn't actually broadcast live, but it was a live recording. People were asking him questions, and yeah, it's really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Keen to know what his thoughts on England are. It's looking good. Ropes are looking good. It's much easier with this brush. I want to take my time on these sort of figures. That's the other thing with Hordes and War Machine, because there's less models. You can go to town a bit more on the figures, on the paint jobs. Whereas if you're doing like Horde armies and things like of that nature, you're kind of not painting them quite as good. Let's be honest. You get to the stage where you're thinking, oh god, another one, another Tyranid, another Termagon, another Orc Boy, all that kind of stuff. Actually, I have no knowledge of that with Orc Boys because I haven't painted any Orcs as yet. That will change later this year though. I've certainly painted enough Termagants to last me a lifetime, well, the gaunts and that. A little freaky there. Get you in there. Interesting angles here. Gonna get them. There. We're done. I think we're done. Awesome. Trouble with shade washes though, as they run down, don't they? They follow gravity. That's the thing. There. Yeah. So, pop the lid on that one. Just be careful. This really should be with a shade wash. You want to be blue tacking it to the table. Really, that's what I advise you do. That's what I usually do. But I'm not as organised when I do these. Alright, so the turning's done. They're done. They're drying. Pop that one back. What else I can do while I yabber on, really? I was just thinking, there's not a lot really I have to talk about. The battle reports, going back to what I was saying earlier about having a table set up, it's going to be easier for me to do battle reports then. So I enjoy doing these Zombicide ones, but I take my hat off to anybody doing a 40k one, for instance. Because it takes so long to set up and do. It's, I don't know how you do it, man. I really don't. But respect, respect. that's an annoying thing. I've got to put a bit more primer on this shoulder pad here. Bit more rubbishy, sheepy brush. Don't worry about these cheaper brushes at all. And what I'm going to do with the other shoulder pad, it's for my blood angel. I've been making some blood angels out of spare bits and bobs. And a kneeling one there. It's got these shoulder pads, so I'm going to wait until that one dries and I'll do them together. So I think this is a good place to end it. And I don't know how long we've been going. Probably not all that long, but it feels longer to me, but it probably isn't. So if it is a short one, I'm sorry it's a shorter one, guys. But I was just doing some laborious work, which I wanted to chat as I did it. And anyway, I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, all brushes lead to war, which is what I say at the end of my videos now. So, let's see you guys before I go. I hope you got something done, even if it was, you know, something small. Or if you've still got things on the go, I don't know, watch one of my other videos or something, or watch somebody else's video. I recommend painting with Jay, Mini War Gamer Jay. He's got some cracking videos on there, but I've already done him as a YouTube channel of the week. But there, it's like the year now, so I will see you guys on the next video, and happy wargaming. Bye for now.